Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do your audio splitting in OBS if you are a streamer and you want to make sure that you can split your audio and how it comes through to your VOD after stream. So let's go. Okay, so we're going to start with creating what we call a nested scene. You don't have to do it this way, but this is the easiest way for you to carry through audio that you know is going to need to be across your other scenes but doesn't have any visuals. So I'm going to rename this audio. And then we can start by bringing in our audio input capture, which is usually your mic. And I just go ahead and call that mic. Choose your source, which for me is going to be microphone and a video broadcast, and then bring that in. And then you'll see it gives you the option to control your audio via OBS here. We are then going to bring in our music. So before you do that, you're going to want to make sure that your music app is open. So I use YouTube Music. If you use Spotify, you're going to want to open that up so that you can pick it up as a source. And once you've done that, we are going to use application audio capture beta. This allows you to capture audio from different apps that you have that you are going to use. So I'm going to call this music. And then I will bring YouTube Music desktop app in. And that makes sure that whenever I'm using YouTube Music Desktop, it'll pull through my music separately. There's probably a bunch of other sources you can bring in. You're going to want to do that for each individual sound source that you have. You can pull your sound alerts into this if you're using Blurb or if you're using Sound Alert from your browser source, but I recommend you do that in your other scenes individually. If you are using visual notifications as well. So for Blurb, I don't use visual notifications. So what I would do here is go to browser source, name it Blurb, and then you are going to add your Blurb URL here from your dashboard in Blurb itself. If you guys are not sure how to do that, let me know and I can explain that to you either in another video or in the comments. But it's pretty straightforward. If you are set up on Blurb or you are set up on Sound Alerts, you just pull your browser source that they give you and you pull it into here. So that's what you would do here. So now this is a nested scene that we've created. We are now going to create, let's say we are creating our just chatting scene. Okay? So this is the one that is going to pull in your camera. So here, let me just pull in a camera so you guys can see what it's going to look like. I'm going to pull in my main camera that I'm not using right now. So it's going to be this camera right here. Okay, so this is my just chatting scene. Then we are going to bring in a scene which allows us to choose from any of our created scenes already. So I'm going to bring in the scene that I've labeled audio into here. So this you're going to do in every single scene that you create where you want your mic and your music to be present. So this is essentially pulling from your audio scene right here. So like I said, it makes it easy to add whatever split audio you want into your audio scene and just literally pull it into every scene that you want to pull it into. But that is how you set it up. I'm going to go back to my already set up scene and then show you how it looks when you've got all your audio split and you set up your VOD settings, right? So this is how my setup looks. So you can see here I do have my sound and my gameplay muted here. I don't use it from here, but I use my Blurb, my music, and my mic. And then if I go to my just chatting scene, you can see all of my split audio is here, and you are able to adjust it as you want to. What usually happens is if you do have a display audio or something that you're needing to pull from, you'll find that your desktop audio shows up here. That is going to result in duplicate audio for some of your sources. So for example, if you have a desktop audio on and your music, then it's going to play your music twice and everyone's going to hear echo. So you always want to mute your desktop audio because your desktop audio essentially picks up every single bit of audio that's playing through your desktop. So with the split audio, you're always going to mute your desktop. and keep everything else unmuted unless there's anything specific that you want to mute at any given time. So you always, if this does show up, you're always going to mute it. But now what we can do is you're going to click on one of your audio sources and go to advanced audio properties. And then you'll see for each item, you've got a track. So I've just got mine ticked for everything, but you only need to make use of 2 tracks in this case. You can make use of track 1 and track 2. Track 1, you'll make sure that everything is ticked for track 1. That's going to be your stream track. That's going to be what everyone who tunes into your stream hears. For track 2, you are going to uncheck your music and even your sound alerts if you don't want those things to go through to your VOD after the fact. So this is going to be important for Twitch, because if your music goes through to your Twitch VOD, you are going to get copyright strikes if you do save your VODs on Twitch. It's also important if you're streaming to a platform like YouTube, because YouTube will automatically, it always picks the music up and it will immediately copyright your stream for every single stream. So you are going to want to uncheck your music definitely for all of your VODs, and you can also, depending on what sound alerts you got, if you've got sound alerts that do get copyright striked, you might want to uncheck that, and your blurbs, for example, as well. That then means everything in track 2 will not go through to your VOD after your stream. So now you can see for music, I've got 1 track checked and 2 unchecked. So everything in 1, everyone on stream is going to hear that. Everything on 2 is going to my VOD. So now that your audio sources are set up, your tracks are set up, you're going to go to File and you're going to go to Settings over here. Under this, you are going to go to Output and make sure it's on Advanced. I think Simple, you might be able to do this, but I like to keep it on Advanced because you have a lot more options and a lot more customization on Advanced. You'll see, as long as you are streaming directly to Twitch and not through a relay, you'll see that you have an option under Streaming Settings called Twitch VOD Track. This allows you to split your VOD tracks, like I said, between stream and what's actually going to be present in your VOD. So my main audio track here for stream is track number 1. And then like we said, the track without the music and the alerts and stuff, that's track number 2. So you're going to say for Twitch VOD track, I want that. And it's going to be track number 2. And then once your stream is done, your VODs are saved, it's going to pull track number 2 and it won't be copyright strike, no music, nothing present in your stream. It's as simple as that. Audio track needs to be track number 1 or whatever you set it to. Twitch VOD track checked, track number 2 and or whatever you set it to. You're going to apply, press OK, and then you are sorted. It's as simple as that. So yeah, that is how you set up your audio splitting on OBS if you stream from there. It's quite simple once you get into it, and yeah, I hope it was straightforward and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you back soon.